beautiful fish, especially on this light gear. Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful fish to start off the morning. I'd say around 2.5 pounds. Gorgeous looking fish. First cast of the day. That is awesome. Chunky little smallmouth. We're gonna throw it right back in the water. This place is just incredible. We've been here for maybe 15 seconds. I made the first cast of the day, and as you can see, there is a ton of fish down here. I've spent the last few months fishing some of the biggest lures I could possibly get my hands on. Yesterday I was in Wisconsin fishing some 14-inch glides for giant muskie, and I decided today I want to do something a little different and come down to this beautiful creek here in southern Minnesota. We're gonna throw around some microplastics and show you don't have to fish big baits to catch big fish. Let's get right back down there and catch ourselves another one. If you think that first one was just luck, wait till you see this. Another beautiful smallie. Maybe a little under a pound, but definitely a beautiful fish. Doesn't matter how big they are when they're eating it right off the surface like that. Ultralight gear, small baits, and some gorgeous, gorgeous smallies. We'll send him right back on his way. That is just awesome. I'm gonna throw on another plastic and see if we can't get fish number 3. I'm guessing there's fish stockpiled up under all of this sludge in this one spot here. I don't think we need to venture through anywhere else of the creek. My plan for today was to walk the whole entire creek. But if all the fish are just right here, there is probably no need for that. We've got sludge there, up in that left corner, and all along that left shoreline. If we keep fishing this, I'd say there's a pretty good chance we'll be able to catch fish all day. I'd have to guess there's probably 200, 300 fish under just that area right there, with most of them being 1 to 2 pound smallmouth and up. I don't really think it gets much better than this. Whole lot of fish in one area that like to eat baits off the surface. This is a dream come true. That's a big one too. Try to keep them out of this log here best I can. Look at that. This might be the biggest one of the day. Gorgeous 2.5 pound smallmouth out of this tiny creek. Just a great looking, healthy smallmouth. All right, buddy. We'll send you right on your way. I also bought a scoop of crappie minnows today. Since I bought them, I might also throw around a few. I'm guessing if these fish are gonna eat the soft plastic, they are probably gonna like this even more. We'll see if we can get one on back-to-back casts. He was just on it. There he is. Another nice one. I like to let my drag be really loose, but with this many trees and other snags around, I'd rather just keep it tight. Gorgeous looking fish again. There we go. Not as big as that last one, but still a nice river smallmouth. We'll send her right back. You guys catching any over there? You guys catching any? You should try some of that right there. That can be pretty good. Anything where there's some cover, you'll find some fish like right over there. It's worth a try if you're not catching any. I mean, they're in a few different pockets. So when I leave, you guys should come over here. Just trying to help those guys out. I haven't seen them catch one yet, and as much as I like catching fish, I hate to see another fisherman not catch anything if I'm catching one every few minutes. Hopefully he comes over there. There is a lot of smallmouth on that left side as well. He should be able to do the same thing I'm doing and catch some fish. There is definitely enough fish for everyone here. I'm gonna give that other try aside. Where I told those guys to fish, make sure there's some fish over there. I don't want to send them on a wild goose chase. We'll make a few casts over there and see if they're hungry. I'm a little surprised I even got that fish over that log. Not a giant, but still a nice fish. We're gonna send it right back quick. I'll try to catch one more, then I'm gonna tell those guys they should come on down here and give this spot a try. Seems like there's just as many fish right here. See if I can force him to jump. I didn't see that log there. Another 1.5 pound smallie. Gorgeous fish. We'll send you right back. I'm gonna go tell those guys that aren't catching any down there. They should make their way over here. Hopefully they can catch a few too. I really wish I would have brought a little heavier of a setup with me today. This is fairly light for the type of fishing we're doing. I wish I had a medium rod with 10-pound braid and 10-pound fluorocarbon, just for casting it back in there and being able to drag these smallmouth over all of that stuff, drag it over the logs, and not have to worry about snapping off. The last thing I want is to snap my line and leave this hook in a fish's mouth. So far, it's working just fine. I'm not too worried about it. It just wouldn't hurt to have something a little heavier. We've got 6-pound fluoro connected to 6-pound braid, a St. Croix panfish ultralight rod, and the PC Fun Carbon X2. Works good. It's a 500 series reel, and it's pretty much what I would say the perfect panfish and ultralight setup would be. I use this for panfish, I use it for throwing micro baits for bigger fish, and I use it for trout. It's a good all-around small bait throwing rod. Of course, I'll have everything linked from today's video in the description below. If you're curious what I'm using, feel free to give it a look. I'm gonna try to not get this fish in all those logs. This is kinda what I was worried about. All right, let me make sure I get this guy in here. There we go. Like I said, I'll have everything linked in the description below for you guys to take a look at. And if you do want to pick up one of these spinning reels, please use code SPELTS15 and you will save 15% on your order. Now let's get this fish in here. Another good one. Nice little pound and a quarter. Beautiful looking fish. All right, buddy. There she goes. Another one on the plastic. I want to try something a little different here. Of course, we're still going to throw a microplastic, but I just picked up these 6 cents shad plastics. Never fished something like this before. It is super skinny and flat. We'll see if the fish like it though. I think this will be the perfect bait for dragging across the surface. It's the smallest one they had, and I would still consider this to be a micro bait. Whoa, all right, calm down. First cast with it, and we got one to eat. Beautiful, beautiful fish. All right. Just reel it right across the surface, right by this stuff, and they should come out to play. Felt like a nicer one. Might have just been an aggressive fish. Maybe half a pound. Another really little guy. That was number 24 for the smallmouth today. It's been around an hour, hour and a half. I'm not entirely sure how many of them I actually have on camera. I spent a little bit of time just casting for fun, trying out some different baits, and also filming a few TikToks. But I am sure this is just the beginning. Seems like there is hundreds and hundreds of smallmouth here. I pulled 3 of them out of that hole right there where that guy's casting at, and maybe 6 casts. Hopefully those fish are just as aggressive as they were for me, for him. I think it's all about having a bait that's worked on the surface. A lot of these fish are going around chasing after all these bait fish schools. So the closer you are to the surface, the better chance you have at some aggressive fish. Another gorgeous, gorgeous fish. One of the smaller ones I've seen today, but still a nice one. That's a better one. This might be 2.5 pounds. I think this might be fish number 30 for the day. I have caught quite a few of them that are just sitting right under that tree. I don't know why these fish don't want to move up creek, but I can't complain if they're all in one spot. We're gonna throw this thing right back out here and try to get another one. I almost wonder if maybe there is some other spots like this throughout the creek I haven't found yet. We'll see. If the bite turns off here, then we can go try some other spots for him. I'd at least like to get fish number 50 before I call it a day. Like I said, not all of them are on camera. I have a bunch of shots of me just holding out my phone and getting some close shots of them eating it on the surface, and I think it turned out pretty well. The other guy's been here for about an hour, and I haven't seen him catch one yet. I'm gonna give him one of these rigged up with a hook. Seems like this is the bait of choice for the smallmouth today. You wanna try this? I rigged this up. Just give it a try for a few casts. You don't have to, but it just sits right on the surface like a dead bait fish, and you just kind of bring it across the top of that. They've been just hammering it. Absolutely. Yes. Now the hard part is getting them over that. If you tighten it up a little bit and start pulling up, you'll force them to jump it all. That's a big one too. Nice. Oh, that is a giant. That's awesome. We're just gonna send this one back real quick. She is just a baby. That was such a cool eat. Wow. The fish have been popping left and right over here. You can kind of see them surfacing right there coming up for the bait fish. They've been jumping every few minutes. I haven't casted there in about 45 minutes. I've given it a little bit of a break. My brother's gonna come join me in just a few minutes, and I thought I'd leave that spot for him. Get those fish all fired up, so as soon as he casts there, he should be able to catch one on the first cast. I've been seeing him jump pretty frequently, so I'm guessing they should be pretty fired up in there. It started to slow down just a little bit. It was hot as soon as I got here, and within the last 15 to 30 minutes, it has definitely slowed down, which makes sense. I think I've caught close to 40 fish out of here so far today. Hopefully when he gets here, these fish are still pretty fired up. Hey, how we doing? Yeah, it's been really good. A lot of smallies. Yeah, for sure. Okay, awesome. And I'm not keeping any or anything, I'm just releasing them all. Yep, you too, you have a great day. Alrighty, we can get right back to fishing. Hopefully these fish are still fired up by the time he gets here and he can catch a few. I'm guessing if they've been crazy aggressive all day, they're not gonna stop anytime soon. Hopefully we can get something over 3 pounds. I'd have to think there has gotta be a 3.5, 4 pounder somewhere in here. Mixed in with all these 2-pound smallmouth, there has gotta be a giant. I think it's just a matter of time. Fight him with the rod, not the reel. So you'll get into him, not gonna cast, you'll cast, wait, perfect drag, just fight him. Let him fight himself out.
Oh, well, you said I had to...
Yeah, if he starts running, you horse him. Otherwise, yep, he's on it. There he is.
It's a smaller thing.
No, look like a nice one. Yeah, you're good to fight him as long as he doesn't start running into the structure. Here, keep your rod, you hold the rod, don't grab him by the line.
Awesome.
There you go.
Ready? Take a look.
Let me get the hook out first.
Yep. See that, folks? It's that easy. Let's do it again. That was fun.
Perfect. Oh, he's on it. Yep, he's got it.
That's a nice one. I'm gonna bring him over here.
Yeah, if you just bring him to me, I'll grab him. Okay. Yeah, start walking back.
Nothing wrong with that one.
No, that's a giant.
Do you mind taking a picture?
Yeah, I gotcha. Second fish for my brother. Back-to-back casts.
Oh, there we go.
Doubled up. Yeah, so is this one. Doubled up on beautiful smallies. Number 1.
Number 2. Doesn't get much better than that.
No, it doesn't. Awesome looking fish. There they go. Nice.
Alright, Dan, I'm gonna go reset.
Alright.
Oh. I'll try to grab him for you.
I can get him. He hammered this thing right off the surface. That was so cool.
Should have brought your net.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Look at that. Hammered it right off the surface. That is a chunky smallmouth. Wow. What a beautiful fish. Thought she was a little bigger than she was, but still, almost 2.5 pound smallie. Nothing wrong with that at all. These are all great sized fish. It is only a matter of time until that 3-pounder bites. Look at him. I could see him swirling right under it. I lost track of how many we've caught today. Yeah. It's a nice one. Another double up action on smallmouth. Not big ones, but they are still fun when they're aggressive. That was so cool. Not a bad one either. That is fish number, I think, 47 for the day. As crazy as it is to say, we have caught that many so far. All right, buddy. I can't believe how many there are in this one spot. I mean, you can see them surfacing right there. I bet if I made another cast, I should be able to get another one to bite. Unbelievable. I mean, this is truly a blessing to be fishing a spot like this. Come across something, this many fish in one area, definitely makes my whole week. This place is just incredible. We're gonna make another cast and see if we can't get fish. Number 48 right here. If I had to guess, I would say there is probably 200-300 fish right here. I wish I had the underwater camera with me today just to see how many fish there really is down here. It has got to be hundreds and hundreds of smallmouth. Surprised there's no walleye. I was expecting at least to catch a few, especially on the live minnows or these really small flukes. There's another one. You would think a walleye would just love it. Number 48 for the day. Surprisingly, I'm not seeing too many bigger ones. Seems like the last few fish have all been around a pound, if not a little bit less. All right, number 48. There you go. Man, I think I am truly in love with this place. This has got to be probably one of the top 10 days of fishing in my life. Not only are we catching nice smallmouth, but also getting them to eat on the surface is just so cool. Topwater, in my opinion, is not only the best way, but also the most fun way to fish smallmouth, let's be honest. Watching a 4-pound smallmouth attack a topwater spook on the surface doesn't really get much better than that. Quite the fighter for such a little guy. There we go. That is smallmouth number 49 for the day. One more, and we have hit 50. I've been out here for quite a few hours now, and I want to let these other guys get a chance at this spot. No reason to stick here and catch some more. I am more than happy with how many I've caught. I just want to hit number 50. I don't think I've ever caught 50 smallmouth in one day before. Definitely not on camera. Get this tied right back on and try to get lucky number 50. There we go. Come here, buddy. And that is smallmouth number 50 for the day. By no means the biggest one. I would say this one's only around pound and a half, 2 pounds, but there is definitely a great number of fish in here. 4 hours, 50 fish. Can't complain with that at all. Let's get this guy right back in the water. And she is back in the water to see another day. Wow, I honestly don't even know what to say. It's been a little over 4 hours, maybe 4.5 hours, and that was fish number 50 for the day. This might be the best day of bass fishing in my life. It was incredible. Truly a blessing to be out here finding this many fish in one spot and having them all want to eat. Not only eating, but eating baits on the surface of the water, which is even better. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a great time watching the video. I plan to be back here a few more times, maybe throwing around a little bit bigger baits. Within the next 3 days, all the fish that are in these pockets here are going to make their way up creek, and by then they are going to be completely spread out and hard to pinpoint. So I think I might spend the next few days here, see if I can't find that 4-pound smallmouth that I'm after. I'm extremely surprised we at least didn't get a 3.5 pounder. We might have broken 3 a few times. I didn't really weigh any of the fish, so no real way to know. I'm sure if I come back, I'll have a great chance at that 4-pounder. You just gotta go through 100 little guys first. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys, and thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. Thanks for watching, until I see you guys in the next one. Peace out. See you later, buddy. Look at that. What an incredible fish. That is a giant, giant smallmouth bass. Fish number 50 or 60 for the day, and it is a pig. Let's throw her right back in the water. Make sure she swims off safe and sound.